Hi, I'm Scott. Today I'm walking you through a quick overview of Kalm. Kalm is an open source GUI that allows you to easily deploy and manage applications on Kubernetes. First, I'll install Kalm. I'll use Minikube to run a local cluster for demoing, but Kalm does work with all Kubernetes clusters. This usually takes about 5 minutes, but I've cut out some of the waiting time here. We've started a 4 CPU Minikube cluster, and we'll use Minikube Tunnel to expose external IPs. Our documentation provides guides for installing with Amazon EKS, Google GKE, and Azure AKS in addition to Minikube. Once our tunnel is running, we'll switch over to a new terminal and we'll install Kalm with a simple curl command. You'll notice that it comes with a cert manager and Istio right out of the box. Once installed, we'll copy-paste the command provided here to enable browser access. We can then open it up on localhost 3010. And we should now have a working version of Kalm. Let's start by creating an application to get a feel for things, and then we'll show you how to do some cool stuff with it. Click the Create App button and give it an awesome name. Applications consist of components, so we'll add one here pointing to the NGINX Docker image. The component section of Kalm is quite powerful. You can manage environment variables, storage options, customize health checks, and how you roll out new pods, among other things. For now, let's just deploy the component, which will spin up shortly. Easy enough. Our NGINX image is now running. Now let's say we want to provide access to this container from external traffic. We call this setting up a route. We'll hop back into our component, click the Networking tab, and expose the specified ports for NGINX. And while we're at it, we'll scale up to 3 pods. Then we'll update the component. Now that the ports are exposed, we can hop into the route section and create a new route to our component. For now, we'll just use our cluster IP, select our component in the target section, and create our route. Clicking on our domain will bring up the NGINX image. Alright, so that's cool, but what if I want to get this on an actual domain that I own? Kalm does that too. Let's hop over to the certificates section. You can manually upload your certs, but we also support Let's Encrypt for ease of use. We'll create a new certificate for a test domain that I have already created an A record for on my DNS. The green check marks indicate that my domain is configured correctly. Now let's head back to the route section and change my host to test.scottcode.com. Again, we'll find the green check marks to be rather helpful here. Let's also try to use random instead of test. It shouldn't work because I haven't set up a cert for it yet. Alright, that's expected. Let's update our route and once again check to see if it works. Test.scottcode.com looks to be hosting my NGINX image. Let's talk about CI/CD pipelines now. We designed Kalm so that it could be easily integrated into any existing pipeline, because automatically updating environments is a beautiful thing. To better demonstrate this, let's use a different image. Hopping back into my application, I'm going to quickly delete my NGINX component and make a new Docusaurus one. This is what we use for our documentation pages. This time my image is coming from a repository that I have control over, and that already has a Docker image action built into my GitHub. With the container deployed, let's set up a route for the container that I already have a cert for. We'll use docs.scottcode.com. Here's our cert. Now let's go to the route section and add our new route for it. Again, we try to make these routes work right out of the box, so you don't have to set up too much, but there is a lot of options here for configuration. Once we have our route set up, we should be able to click into our documentation page, and it should tell me it's a website for testing. That's not very exciting, so let's change that. Hop into the CI/CD section and create a new deployment key. This key allows us to automatically have Kalm grab a new image file with 0 downtime. I have it set up into my GitHub Actions here, but you could use a curl command or circle CI as well. We provide sample code here so that you can integrate however is best for you and your team. So I've done some pre-configuring here, but I'm going to hop over to my GitHub repo that has my Docusaurus image. And I'm going to give it a much better tagline. Something that really resonates with me. I think that's much better. Alright, so next we're going to push the code, which triggers a couple of GitHub actions I've set up. One will go ahead and push the new image to Docker, and the other will tell Kalm to grab that new image. Back on Kalm, we saw a new pod spinning up with the latest image, and once we refresh the site, our new tagline is live and looking good. That's it for now. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch our overview video.